right here. I'm gonna give you the info. I'm gonna get working. If you guys don't know what's going on, basically, you'll have to watch the live later, go back. It's not really gonna double tap like I usually do or rant and go over. All right. On this one, bud, let's see here. All right, so let's take this off. So long story short, this setup is for the 50 trim to come around and go on. We got the bumper from Kane gonna go to him because he didn't have a bumper and caught magnet type shit, and throw that on there. Plus that's clean ass drag looking bumper, look hood. Does a lot of freeway driving. The 50 trim blew up, the nut came off. Oil line was absolute trash, that junk fucking eBay fucking cracking shit. So I got the line from Kane. I was gonna use on my setup. I'll just order another one. I actually have more in my storage I keep new. This is a black Teflon coated PTFE line. I got the 90 on one side that's adjustable, that's you know, like a add-on, and then I got the OEM 90 on the other end for the turbo to keep it all low pro in there. Now we had everything to do the setup. I went through and I pre-ordered everything that we needed, just like the drain fitting, the feed fitting, all that. But I did fuck up because I was going to grab a 4AN line from the storage because I used 3 on all mine. I found a good deal on 4. I was like, well, I usually don't use a restrictor, but when I get the fittings, I'll just buy them in the right inner diameter and I'll just make the 4AN work because it was going to save us like 20, 30 bucks per oil line kit because the way I was sourcing them, the lines were cheaper. Well, that's fine. And I never do that, but that's fine. But I forgot the 4AN shit there, and I had half the 3AN shit here missing one adapter. Well, I have 2 new steel fittings, the one for the turbocharger. We got the new drain in there. And then we got this feed right here. Take it out. So what we're going to do is, and it sucks we have to do this, but this is kind of how it goes. So I don't like to do anything ghetto. I want to do it right, which means I'd use a 4 fitting because the 3 fitting, long story short, about a 4 fitting, I usually have a short reducer I use, or I'll buy a 3 fitting. Long story short, bought the 4AN lines, was going to use a steel 4 fitting because the aluminum, the 3 is aluminum. Now, on this turbocharger, this is what we ended up with. This is what I was going to use. I mixed up. I didn't go to storage and grab what I needed to. But I have 2 new steel fittings and I have a TIG. These have that thick nut on here. So we're going to cut the 4AN off of this. And we're going to cut the bottom M1010 threads off this. And they're going to stuck the nuts on top of each other. I got the TIG, no rod, straight fuse it together. Throw it in the turbo, good to roll. That solves that problem. It's a steel fitting. It'll be easy. I've done that multiple times. Now, the other thing is this turbo had a 4-bolt flange, but we have the OEM fan on the radiator in the OEM location. It's going to be tight between the downpipe and the 4-bolt flange. Also, you can't rotate it. After you weld it, wherever those 4 bolts line up, that's how it works. It's nice to be able to have it rotate a little. Those V-bands do help. Well, what we did was we took, I'll show you, we cut the 4-bolt flange off because it protrudes out from the turbo flange turbo by about 2 inches. We cut it off flush at the turbo.